GM Adrian.
Good morning,
Good
Prof.
morning. We've got some very text savvy hats going on here. Text savvy. So you got super based hat, and I got social economy. Do you know what my social economy hat is?
It sounds like Farcaster.
It is like Farcaster, but do you know where it came from?
Farcaster?
Kinda. Farcon. This is part of the Farcon collection, capsule
Oh,
collection, and it's behind me in my background. And I got a cute little card that came with it too that said, "Thanks for supporting our builders. Looking forward to supporting IRL in May." So this is to support the hackathon for Farcon, and I love it.
please tell me your background is not what got delivered to your house, but
Not
what
what no,
got
that's not
made.
I didn't
That
buy
was
that
Emma
much,
packing.
but yes, that was Emma's packing. I did get my pretty like purple packaging that matched my hat. And yeah, so that's what's behind me in my background. And I'm ready. Let's go. Let's talk about the social economy. You ready? You feeling
Let's
super
go.
based? All
Yeah,
right.
happy hump day and happy Lunar New Year. Let's have a
All
nice
right.
show.
Let's do this. Here we go. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. Did you change your background just now?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go back and check.
I swear I didn't.
Okay. What is that? Anyway, GM Farcaster, it is Wednesday, January 29th. Holy cow, can't believe it's January 29th. And you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And of course, which probably will run a smidge along. And I'm just remembering we have a few other things like that I didn't pull cast for that we need to talk about. And I want to start with that because I don't have the cast up. It's the hoop photo. I don't know what the hoop photo is. Like, I don't think I saw it.
Because you're not terminally online.
I was a little offline yesterday dealing with some other things. So I missed that one. I don't even think we have the cast for that. So you need to pull that. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So, yesterday you had a fireside chat with Chris Carella and Cameron from Darien Associates, which is all about crypto taxes. So how did that go?
It was great. Cameron knows his shit.
Yeah, he seemed to.
I was very impressed. TLDR, don't worry about taxes.
It's all good.
I think that was the takeaway. Just kidding. TLDR, crypto, this is all U.S. Tax law, but yeah, TLDR, income is income, and you should watch that whole episode we did. It's we haven't the recording is on our YouTube if you go to our live, but I got to get it out onto our video feed. So
if you go to if you're at our YouTube channel, just go to live and you'll see it there, or you can click from here. And then also yesterday was the hub, so that is out as well. So you can go check that out. You can find that on the live, but you can also find the recordings. So take a look there. Was really interesting. I popped in about halfway through, I think. I missed it, but I watched the recording. I think you had just ended. And so the hub was really interesting yesterday too, diving into a lot of the more technical side. Okay, and what's the hoop photo? I miss what the hoop photo is now. You gotta
it was just something I casted. Okay. I think, and I'm even forgetting who I quote casted. Someone, Garrett maybe, but it was like he posted a makeshift hoop. So I quote casted and said, cast your photos of makeshift hoops. And this is
a
photo
hoop
I
photo.
took once. And
all right.
There it is, a basketball hoop in the middle of nowhere. So
there you go. Took me a second.
And
I
it
found
looked pretty. And it looked pretty.
It is. It's really cool. It's very cool. All right. So there you go. Go cast your hoop shots. Shoot your shot.
I had actually screenshotted my Facebook, your account has been disabled background, but I don't look good with a pure white background. It's so.
Did you wait a minute though? Did you disable your Facebook account?
No, it won't let me in.
Oh.
I cannot create a Facebook account. This is now the second time I've tried in the past 6 months because there's a nonprofit I'm involved with that uses Facebook. It's global. A lot of the global community really does use Facebook to connect. And I would like to also connect with people. And I cannot. I have, and I don't know. My guess is there's like a cookie on my machine that's like crypto scammer, don't let this bitch in.
That could be it.
I can't think of any other thing. I've changed my email address. Like, it's just like, I would like to create a Facebook account. And they're like, no. And there's no recourse. It's like, you can't ask us to review this. You're banned. We do not want you.
That is so bizarre. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone who couldn't create a Facebook account. So that's interesting. Yeah.
And it really made me love. I really like
permissionless
Farcaster a lot more. As a reminder, Warpcast can kick you out if they want to, but the protocol, like you can just write a little command line script and pay your little Ethereum, and you can have a Farcaster account.
Yep, absolutely. Or you could just use another client.
I could do that with Facebook.
Yeah, you can't, but you can't. You cannot do that with Facebook because they are quite centralized, and we are decentralized. And there's the difference, folks. There's the difference.
Rant over.
Rant over.
What's the news of the day.
Hey, if you're watching on Twitter right now, give us a little retweet. We'd appreciate that. And if you're watching on YouTube, say a little GM in the comments and make sure we know who you are on Farcaster so that we can shout you out later and not have to guess. I think my old dog has a
I mean, if you want to gift me your
dog
account.
Give her the dog account so she can get on.
But also, rest in peace. Maybe.
I know.
Maybe the poor dog just.
That's so sad. But also, the dog can get an account and you can't. That's mostly why I'm laughing. This from
it wasn't a crypto dog.
It wasn't a crypto dog.
I'm convinced they're like, yeah, okay.
That's so funny. This from Estes. This is from Emma. GN, first batch of Capsule 1 orders shipping tomorrow. And this is what I got in the mail. So very exciting. So the capsule collection for FarCon New York is what was shipping out. They did a small drop of a few items. And I believe there's going to be at least one more collection. And these funds are going towards, I believe, the hackathon. So amazing. And I love my hat. This also from Emma, FarCon is coming to Williamsburg. So there you go. Ticket apps open soon. So we've had a couple combos with Emma, and I am so excited. So I think next week we'll be able to talk more about it, but I'm very excited. You guys are going to be very excited too. So especially if you have one of our hyper subs, the next couple months, we're going to have a lot of things happening. So and if you're not one of our hyper subs, you might want to, think about it. Because especially if you're going to be at ETH Denver or FarCon, you're definitely going to want to pick that up. So, yeah. And, or, for those really incredible airdrops we do, like, oi. Oi, have you seen the chart?
Yo.
So there's that.
Oi, if you missed
Oi.
Monday, oi is when you're sick of yo. When you've had too much yo.
Too much yo, and you go oi, and then you get $sign oi. So yeah, if you missed it Monday, let me very, very clearly say, not financial advice, DYOR. Go look at the chart before you buy anything. But Adrian launched a clanker on air just for fun, just in the moment because we were having a combo. So yeah. But it was airdropped. There was like I airdropped $1 million to each of our wow holders and 500K to each of our mole. So if you did get a little airdrop the other day. Not that it's worth much or anything, but you did get it. This was so fun to see. So the other day we showed you Jesse's attempt to onboard people by walking around saying, hey, do you want to get on chain? And people saying, oh my God, people are going to think he's trying to chain people up. So there was a lot of pushback. Oh, it's cringe, this and that. Jesse said, if you can do better, I will give you 100 USDC. And Afro Chicks was said, challenge accepted. And she killed it. So I'm not going to show hold on. Let me see if I can get I might have to redo this to get the sound, but I'll just, you know what? I'm just going to show you like really quick, like without the sound, you can go take a look at this. But what she was doing was just saying, here's basically $10, 10, whatever it is, 10 quid, or mystery gift. And she was giving 50 if you took the mystery gift. So on USDC, on base. So she did get some people onboarded, unlike Jesse, who was, I think, got one. No offense, Jesse. You did. We appreciate all your cringeness. I love it. I didn't think it was cringe at all. But this was amazing. And it just shows you like Afro Chicks just knows how to do things like this, like create content, get out there, talk to people. She's just got a very friendly vibe. So it was a great way to do this. Like she's walking around with the money in her hand. Like you can have this, or I have a mystery gift for you. But so it got people's attention as opposed to, do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Do you have like where people are like, no, I don't have a minute.
Yeah, it's a quick little game, a little gamble. Yeah. Oh, did you watch Squid Game?
Yes.
It's a little Squid Game-esque. It's like, hey, want to play a game?
Except you don't
That's
end
how
up
you get
dead.
people. I talked to Dylan about my thoughts on the video yesterday, so I won't bore you all to death by hearing me again. Just go watch the hub. But she did a phenomenal job. And Jesse can do no wrong.
No.
Phenomenal. He's a phenomenal leader. Really appreciate it. But it's just a really great example of, if you think about how anything gets done, people want to focus on like little incremental things and judge and judge and judge. Jesse went out, he tried something, people had opinions, and guess what? Then there's an invitation for everyone in the world to try something.
Yeah.
And someone out there is going to do better. Fantastic, right? And now you can take the learnings from what Afro Chicks did. You can tweak it. You can iterate it.
You can do your own.
So
right.
It's like the story of innovation is always just like trying things, seeing what works, trying something else. And the story of decentralization is it doesn't have to come from Coinbase. It can come from anyone. So it's just, I think it's a wholesome, beautiful story about how ideas.
Amazing. Yeah. And she did a great job. So he had said, I have 100 USDC for anyone who can do better, but also she got a base grant of 1 ETH. So it
because then people were like 100 isn't enough.
Right, but she got out there and put the effort out there and showed like, oh, and if you do a great effort, yeah, you're going to be rewarded, as he says all the time. So he kind of he threw it out there almost like, okay, even if you do a crappy effort, you might get a little something. You do it really well, you're going to get a little something more. And I think it's really amazing. And I loved her note to self here. Don't overthink it, just create the content. Thank you, Jesse Pollock and Base. Perfect note. Amazing.
Great advice.
Great advice.
I concur. Do not think. Don't even think.
Don't ever think it. Don't think at all. Do the shitty version. Yeah, there you go. But that's
207 shitty versions or something.
7, almost 208 shitty versions. One shitty version at a time. Getting better every day. This from Callow. So the big thing happening sort of everywhere yesterday, the past 2 days, was this VVV drop, which relates to Venice AI. So if you've been hearing about Venice AI and VVV and you're like, I don't know what the heck is going on, Callow has you. New deep dive is out. This time I reviewed Venice AI, the crypto chat GPT. What is Venice AI? How does it work and what makes it special? The VVVV token and airdrop, how to invest and stake VVVV, the foundation team and day one selling claims, Venice AI potential in the agentic economy. Like, retweet, subscribe if you find it useful. Your support means a lot. So if you're wondering what the heck is going on, there it is. There's the whole thing. But really shortly, the two key points. The talks about the founding team and day one selling. There was a lot of dust up around that. Some of the team, that was their compensation. Like, they deferred some of the compensation in order to get paid via the token. So there's going to be some selling. Also, everybody else, you got it for free. So so sit your butts down. You did nothing to get this.
Okay, so someone Cameron talked about on our fireside chat yesterday about airdrops. Yeah. Which is, especially when you are getting airdropped in, let's say, tokens that are not denominated in US, in the currency, in the stable currency that you have to pay taxes in.
Yes.
It is, and go watch what he said for the accurate take, but you are kind of clocked to the value of when you get your drop, right, and you will pay taxes on it. So his recommendation was kind of sell a % immediately into your stable currency and just keep it to cover your tax basis. So just, it's in general, maybe some good advice that you want to take or not.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you, so the other big news coming from this is that the Farcaster community got the airdrop for holding degen, for holding higher, for holding all these different Farcaster native tokens, Clanker. So that was really cool. So and then a lot of other things qualified you as well. But that was like, wow, I didn't expect that. So I claimed my airdrop and I sold about half of it, and then the rest of it I staked within that platform. You do you. Like, I can't, I don't tell anybody what to do with their own money. That's what I did. That to me is the thing that makes the most sense because of exactly what you said about taxes, but also we know value can do a lot of different things. So yeah, you need to take a little bit of profit, but also I didn't want to, I want to see what happens and I want to be able to, play with this platform and things like that. So stake the rest. There's a little staking. It was very simple to do, which is great because sometimes those things are not simple. This was very simple. Click, click, and it's staked, and you can claim your rewards get dropped to you from the staking. So easy peasy. So that was an easy one. So Adrienne, my question is,
what's your question?
Did you claim your airdrop?
I did about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. I totally did not think you were going to.
I obviously didn't right away because who does anything right away?
I didn't do it right away either. I gave it a little bit. Yeah.
And even I was obviously curious about it, but not enough. As you know, free money doesn't get me to go run to drop what I'm doing in any given week. I was curious, and I did check. You have if you were eligible for the airdrop, and there were two types of kind of airdrops. Yeah. One goes to existing users of Venice AI who have been using it and accruing points in their system. Another was for the crypto community and based on various credentials. Like we just said, if you're in Farcaster, likely you may be eligible. There were 45 days from the time of launch where you have. So I was like, there's no rush. Yeah. I don't need to rush. And then I also wanted to learn a little more about Venice AI. I hadn't even heard of it.
I hadn't either. I hadn't heard of it. So
even
of course
I hadn't heard of DeepSeek before, right? Like things come out, they're not necessarily new. Everybody hears about them on the same day. So I played around a little bit with Venice AI. It's a private AI. So it's like a ChatGPT, but all of your chats and stuff just get stored locally on your device. One thing I read was that the token is used for if you stake the token, I didn't exactly see, but if you have the token, you can use that instead to gain access to the inference model. And then I just thought, I was like, oh, thinking out loud, can I use that instead of paying for Claude or ChatGPT? Using my credit card every month or whatnot, can I take these tokens and use that for my bot and use the Venice API? Anyway, I don't know. It seemed like that's what it was for, and I'm going to figure it out. So anyway,
awesome.
I
did do one little creation there using Venice AI's sort of Dolly version, and it was okay. Not bad. I do all our little, all this stuff. All our little purple cups come from Dolly, and it's not as easy as you think. Like, it does take a lot of prompting to get it where you want it. So for any one image, I probably prompt like 20 times or something to get it where I want it to be. So this was just a really quick one just to see what it gave me. And it was interesting. It wasn't and I'm using the basic version. I didn't explore the pro or anything like that. So that might make a big difference, but it felt like a little, just not as robust. Yeah. But again, the pro version may be different. So I don't want to speak to that because I haven't tried that yet. So for at least on images, and I didn't play around with it very much. So it was just a very quick, because I wanted to just have a better idea of, what it did. Yeah. So
when I first used Dolly.
Yeah.
By the way, how magical was Dolly when it first came out?
I know. It was like total magic. I know. We're living in the age of magic.
So when I first tried Dolly, one of the first prompts I gave it years ago was a girl wearing a fox mask.
Yes. Yeah.
By the way, my PFP is a fox. If you don't follow me on Farcaster at Adrian, I have a red fox, and it was so cute, and I used it for my Substack. My profile picture on Substack. Yeah, there. My profile picture on Substack is this it's a graphic of a girl wearing a fox mask, and I thought it was super cute. So every now and then I'll try different AIs to create. So I asked our Venice AI to make that's just like my default prompt, which is a girl in a fox mask. Why is the girl naked?
Yeah.
It was a woman, it was like this overly sexualized naked body with a fox mask.
That happens with so much AI image creation. Like I remember I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to try anything with a redhead. They're always very sexualized. Always.
I did say a red fox.
It was crazy.
I did prompt red fox, and I wonder if that triggered.
I was trying to do an image. I know what it was for. It was for GM Farcaster Explains, and I still haven't put it out there because I couldn't get it right, because I was trying to get our two women next to a chalkboard, whatever. And every time I did redhead, it would just be very curvy. It was like every time. I'm like, I can't get this right. It was really funny. So yeah, amazing. many issues. This note in here from Trisel, also Rainbow announced today, if you're holding VVVV, you can use the Venice Anonymous AI in their in-app browser. There's a cast for it, and I missed that cast, but go check out. It's probably under Rainbow or Mike Rainbow. And yes, Katerina, there was some discussion of that there was some insider trading, but my understanding, and I don't know the full details, but my understanding was that it was the team that was paid for, the way they were being paid was through the tokens. So some of the people who worked on Venice AI, and that was who sold, and there was some dust up of that. So that's why I'm saying, if it's that, then they kind of had a right to do that. So, don't get so crazy. No, there are not. Yes to crypto. Just us curvy ones. Just the curvy redheads. But again, I don't know the full deal with the whole insider trading allegations. I really think that it was a little overblown. Was the way I was reading it, but I could be very wrong. So, not legal advice, not financial advice, none of that. But anyway, go check this out, and you can learn all about it. And if you're not subscribing to Calo's newsletters, like, you really should, because they're deep dives. They're really good. So go check that out. All right, moving on. We've got like a lot of things to get through, so I'm going to start flying through these because we've been very chatty this morning. Yep. Okay. New notification on Warpcast, casted for the first time in a while. For people you already follow, we will send you an in-app notification if it's the first time they've cast after a few weeks or months away. Goal is to help people re-engage people who are popping back into FC to check things out. Plan is to have several big moments in the next few months that will bring people back. Might even have a couple next week. What does that mean, Dan? I don't know, but we'll stay tuned. So that'll be interesting. This Warpcast token links now support tokens on Abstract. I think that's exciting. Working towards, that's why Pengu went down on Solana. I forgot. They moved him. Some people probably switched over. So we're still working on trying to get access to Abstract streaming, and we'll keep you posted on that. This from V, announcing the Warpcast Q4 Retro Grant winners. Over 50 teams received grants for building on top of Farcaster. If you received a grant, please reply to this cast with a GitHub profile that is eligible to accept donations. The full list is here. So Boy was at the top there, Recaster and Modbot. Great for you. All the people we can't pronounce their names. P. Fista, Haoli. And then Linda. Thank you, Linda.
Ollie.
Holly. Bountycaster, Supercast for Woj, HeroCast for Hell No, Dropframe, Winter, DTech, Samuel, Huber, Paybot and SwapBot, Robrek, Payflow, Cinever, and Farcastles, Edit and Boiler, and there's more. So go take a look at the list, but great to see. And this was based on usage of the different apps. So grants were awarded to app developers based on usage. We made our best effort to approximate usage and also factored in duration. How long has your product been live? And value. How important is this to Farcaster's success? We prioritize grants to projects that have not launched a token or raised VC funding. And then apologies for the delay on this. It took a while to sort through all the applications and evaluate apps. So great. That's awesome. Congrats to everybody.
Yeah,
great
congrats.
To see it.
I'm sorry, I'm cracking up as you're reading everyone's names, because one of my big struggles is getting our bot, which is based on our transcripts, to know what we're talking about.
Oh, God.
And I'm realizing this is why.
This is why.
There's no way a transcript app there's an API that gets our video and creates transcripts.
Yeah.
There's no way it does a good job.
No, so, it's not its fault. It's not its fault. It's our fault.
Yeah. Maybe someday when I have unlimited funds, we can hire someone somewhere to manually update and improve and create high quality transcripts. But good luck. Good luck, Deep Graham API.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry with the Haoli. HAOLE, okay?
No, but not even literally every single one, whatever you just said.
I know. Except for Linda.
Whatever you
Linda
just
was
said.
fine.
And the names of the apps, the names of the apps are not pronounceable.
Yep. I'm telling you, the Bountycaster Linda one, that's the only one that the AI is gonna know.
She's smart.
So funny. And then for those of us who are collecting a little smaller rewards leaderboard results. So Anila Ferry rockets to number 2 out of nowhere, the evil twin of Alina Ferry. Also new, and which apparently is not AI, which I'll get to in a second. Also new to top 10 is Toy Boy, doubling down on thoughtfulness. The return of Afro Chicks to the top 10 via Crypto Street evangelism. Top 10 staples, Ted, Android 16, Pugs, and Do What They Do. Kecker's debut at number 7 with surprisingly few mentions of Toe Spacers. Shout out 6, who just missed number 6. Oh, that's sad. That must be what he's shooting for every week. Proxy Studio clanking back to number 6. Yo, just missing top 10. Steph and Sill at 12. So there you go. There is your latest, the rewards leaderboard. And this from Anila Ferry. Wow, not even a shout out today. I'll never forget this. Also, how cute is it that Nanish Prof thinks Alina Ferry has skills to launch an AI agent? I don't know. I thought there was, I don't know. I saw something about a clone. I thought this was like automated somehow.
Okay, but actually, there are no code tools. We were just talking.
It's possible.
We were talking to Emma about that and Dylan about that earlier this week. Like there's probably anything you can do. There's probably a way to get 80-90% of the way there with low code or no code.
Totally. So sorry, Anila Ferry, that we didn't shout you out the other day, but today you got the shout out. And this for 6. Now there's no more money to be made holding cryptocurrencies. Our last chance at pre-AGI wealth is farming USDC by posting bangers on the Lavender app. So there you go. And this from V. We're making some tweaks to the Warpcast rewards algo based on your feedback. First, a quick recap on how scoring worked last week. For each cast, get points for likes, recasts, follows. Only count engagement from known good users. Divide by SQRT active followers, where active equals last 7 days. So known good users was chosen carefully to prevent spam and gaming. So now the changes that are coming, we're making 2 changes this week. Known good users is being expanded from a few thousand users to all users who classified as unlikely to be spammy, about 40,000 users. Normalized by active followers is going to use a higher route. This means there is much less of a penalty for having a large number of active followers. These changes should make more people eligible for rewards this week. So it'll be interesting. This might change things up. I think this is also it's great to have people who have low follower accounts be able to get into that top group quickly. I think that's awesome. But also then it can be a little discouraging when you hit it that once and then you can't even get anywhere close again. So because you end up with a lot more followers, because you end up at the top, it's like this weird kind of thing that happens. So we'll see how it plays out. But it's good that they're iterating and seeing what's working and,
Do you find the rewards are changing how you cast or think about casting?
Not even a little bit. Occasionally, only when I'm really close to when I'm at 68, I might cast less. When I'm at 70, I might cast more. Just because for fun, I'm trying to hit certain number just for the fun of it, because I'm usually in that zone. So, but that's it. No, it's not really. No, occasionally, or if I'm like, I had one week where I really dropped way down, and I don't remember. I don't know. And then I was like, oh, and it made me a little sad, but it didn't like really change much for me. I just cast bangers all the time.
All the time.
No matter what. All bangers all the time. That's it. And speaking to the keys of successful farcasting, here's some notes from Eric's, who does tend to be up the top there often. 1, talking about whatever you find interesting. 2, replying to whatever you find interesting. 3, trying things you find interesting. 4, being nice to people. That's it. It's very simple.
Beautiful tweet. I just called it a tweet. Whatever, a cast.
Yeah,
beautiful cast.
As Dan said to Vitalik, we don't mind if you call it a tweet. Just do it. Just do it. And this was your response to this. What do I find interesting? My hunch is a lot of people in general, maybe more so outside of Farcaster than here, can't answer this question. If you can answer it, consider yourself a lucky one. If your list is long, you're especially lucky. And then July had recasted that. There's almost no topic that I can't find something interesting about. And that is unsurprising because July. So I'm sure his list is very long. And he shares it. And that makes it, and I find it interesting when he shares these very niche, interesting things. So it's like, I always feel like I'm learning when I'm looking at July's casts.
And that is why July's like a top caster, has been for years. Yep. There's no gamifying algorithms. He's not trying to get likes.
He could care
or
less.
Engagement. So be like July.
Be like
and
July.
When I was a kid, by the way, you know how all kids complain about they're bored? Oh, yeah. They don't anymore, though.
They don't.
You know why?
Because they have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we used to be bored.
We used to be bored.
Children, come close. Let me tell you a story. We used to be bored and we would complain to our parents like, I'm bored. I have nothing to do.
Gather around.
Oh my God. That was something I said to my mom a lot. Like, I have nothing to do.
I have nothing to do. I know.
I know this has been discussed in other places, but it hasn't. But anyway, my mom's answer to me always was, boring people get bored. Like, you're not bored, you're boring.
Yeah.
And or some variation of that.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. Not when I was a kid, found it annoying, but I understand what she meant. It was so, and I
like, go be interesting.
So similar. Yeah. Like if go be interesting.
Go be interesting. Yep. That's funny.
And some people discovered, some people maybe when you're young, you discover it.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that in a while.
But you can distract yourself and not get bored. It doesn't mean you're finding things interesting. So
true.
And you probably have to get really bored to find the space in your brain to find the things that actually are interesting to you.
I'm literally never bored on Farcaster. Like never. There's so many interesting corners of Farcaster. And July is one of them. So like if you are ever bored, like seriously, just go scan his profile because there's always something interesting there. Always. But we're never really bored around here. But yeah. And speaking of, take a spin through the replies. If you're knowledgeable or passionate about any of these topics, cast about them. And this was a recast of Dan's own. If Farcaster had top 1% content about one non-crypto topic, what do you wish it was and why? So there's a lot of great suggestions there, like AI, this from W, from Will, more AI experts, computer experts, any kind of tinker maker culture. I do think that, more parenting and education tips. I'm kind of boring though. I don't think you're boring, Will, but okay.
Yeah, well, what boring topics to ask about?
There was a lot of really good suggestions in here. So if you know any experts in any of these areas, like try to encourage them to come on over. See if they'll start casting. This from V, looking for a talented distributed systems engineer to help scale Farcaster. You'll join a team of staff level engineers working on one of the most used consumer crypto apps. Can promise talented coworkers, hard problems, and top tier comp. DM me if you're interested. So if we have anyone out there, or if you know anyone, go pass that along. Definitely a great job. This from Yes to Crypto rolls up sleeves. Rain, 25,000 degen to qualify. Reply with choose Phil or Jake. Choose roast or compliment. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but it had to do with.
It was
I do not.
Okay, I can tell you really quickly what it was.
Going back to this to see if I can figure it out.
Phil and Jake were like close to each other on the leaderboard.
Got it.
As we were going into the last day. So they had some public beef about who was going to one up each other.
Got it. Now it makes sense. Where were we? Where did they end up? I'm looking.
I don't know.
Little off the top 10. Don't know. But that's funny. I think I do think that the leaderboard has at these moments given a little bit of a competition, like a little, that's fun. I love that.
They were like replying to each other and then deleting their replies so that it didn't count.
Liked, replied, and retweeted. Yeah. Thanks for the quote-cast. I'll be deleting this comment by the end of day. You see, that's the difference between me and Jake. I want to win, and I will, but I have no problem engaging with him because I'm confident in my posting abilities. His tactics are those of someone who is playing defensively on their back foot. This will only make victory much sweeter. That's hilarious. All right. And
does
then,
does anyone know
crypto just jumping in there just to have some fun. I love it. What were you going to say? Sorry, I missed that.
No, I was asking if Yes to Crypto knows where they ended up on the leaderboard.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Listen, yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to set my timer and I forgot to hit right before the leaderboard goes away so I can at least see what happened. And I forgot yesterday. This from Yasik. GM Degens spam bans part 2. And I'm going to we can skip part 1. We're now using Warpcast spam labels instead of building a custom solution. Big thanks to Peachy for posting about it, and sorry for banning you by accident. If you were mislabeled, follow the tips in her guide to reduce the chance of being flagged as spam. Jacek was trying some new spam labeling so that to make for better quality tip mechanics. And it ended up sort of rounding up people who shouldn't have been in that tag. And Peachy was one of them. So they made some adjustments. But bottom line, if you are on the spam label thing and you think you should not be, go take a look at this and you'll be able to adjust, or just tag Jacek and let him know. So yeah, back to the power badge issues again. This from Toady Hawk: we're not winning unless we're winning together. That was the main takeaway when Jack Wilds and I sat down with Clankers in Chief, Proxy Studio, and Dish for this week's episode of Zero Pod by Zero Rights Media. This is a must watch. That is a must token pun. Conversation in 2 parts that covers the entire history of Clanker in just over 90 minutes. Watch and collect this on-chain episode now on Base via Pod's frame link right below the video clip. So you can also watch the whole thing, I think, right in this frame, if I am correct here. Yes, you can. So go take a look at this. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but it's on my list for today to try and catch up on this. But we had a great time. We've talked with both Proxy and Dish, and this is mostly just for Toady. This part's just for Toady. We talked to them first, just letting you know, but not together. But also, yes, we're not winning unless we're winning together, Toady. I'm just kidding. This is just, Toady and I have a lovely brother-sister relationship.
Rivalry.
Just a smidge sibling rivalry. It's no big deal. This from Matthew Fox. What? Oh, go ahead.
I checked our YouTube analytics, and do you know what I was looking at the top most watched videos, most hours. Jacek is on it 3 times in within the top 15. Yeah. Every Jacek episode is up there. We should probably get him back. People seem to like to hear him.
They seem to like him.
Proxy and Dish are also. So go. Lesson
go give this lesson there. Lesson there. Go watch them. This from Matthew Fox. So Clankermon, if you've been playing, was having some issues. So they were doing some fixes, and so they did a migration. So migration is live. For existing users, you will go through a migration flow to update your account. We expect a few issues to pop up during this flow, depending on your setup. So if you run into any, hit contact support to flag the issue, and we will resolve via DM ASAP. Some common issues are below. So one of the issues was when you were trying to log back in, it would say that your wallet that's connected was not the right wallet, even though it was. So there's some fixes and workarounds for that. So just look in this thread and you can go migrate your Clankermon. And I've been playing, and I have a few little mons, that's what they're called, that you have to keep alive. And I was really nervous that I was going to lose my mons. Now, also keep in mind, there's actual crypto in there as well that I've done some trading, because you earn different, XP and things like that. I was more concerned that my mons might be dead than I was about that I might have lost some crypto. I realized that as I was getting a little as I was having issues, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's really funny that I'm more concerned. So bottom line, Matthew Fox, well done. You've got me hooked. I'm keeping my mons alive. So mission accomplished. This from Karel, or KP3556.eth. Hey friends, I've been hard at work putting together something special, and I'm excited to finally share it with you. Annual Reflections 2024 second edition is here. Grab your copy. There's a link. Each copy comes with a signed 8.5 by 11 print just for you. Currently shipping in the US, but happy to figure out international options. So very cool. I just loved this image. It was amazing. So go check that out. Really neat. Amazing artists. And this from JC Sparks. I wrote something new about a project I'm really excited about. Between Farcade, Cast Out, Clankermont, Farville, Bracket, and all the other games we're lucky to have, I know there are some seriously competitive people on the Purple app. Well, that's an understatement. And I have something special just for you today. The team from RecTech has handed me some OG rolls and a handful of free mint passes to give away on Farcaster. I love RecTech's games because they don't take a ton of time. They're easy to learn and everyone's on equal footing. If you have what it takes to compete in RecTech's mini games and tourneys and want to win a pass, check out my new post. In fact, I'll give away the first OG rolls now. Hop in the Discord and tell them Sparks sent you, screenshot proof in the replies, and I'll pick a couple winners later today. So there you go. You can read all about it here. Haven't had a chance to explore it yet, but I like games, so good chance I'll probably like it. This is really funny. This is just a funny links retort. So we were having a problem with nouns.build yesterday, which is what I was the past 2 days dealing with. And it finally came back online. So I casted all set, all DAOs should be working properly now. And links quote-casted status report or wishful thinking. And I thought, now that's clever. Because DAOs are not all working properly. But I did like that. This from Eric's GMFC. Without the noise, there would be far less opportunity embrace. So there you go. I just love this picture. Thought it was beautiful. But also I love the sentiment as well. I also love this sentiment. And this from Nonlinear GM, born to say, are you fucking stupid? Forced to say, wow, I've never thought about it like that before. And that's the note that I'm leaving you on. I could have left you here, but I'm leaving you here because that's how I was feeling the past couple days. So there you go.
Anything in particular?
No, not at all.
Okay. Just in general.
Just in general. Just the world in general. Yeah, I've never thought about it like that before. So yeah. And that's it. Anything else, Adrian, that I might have missed? There was a lot of things. We got a little chatty there for a while.
No, lots of good things happening on Farcaster, and I think we covered them. I like Farcaster this week. I think probably because I was away last week, so I just missed it.
I do too. I feel like I've had some other things that have been distracting me. So there's been things I'm like, I'll see a notification pop up and I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, I want to go look. And I'm too busy. Engagement farming is easier with good fertilizer and rain. I love that. That was the degen raindrop thing.
Yes.
But also, it also reminded me of the other game that I've been playing, which is Farville, and I need to go check on my crops. So I'm a farmer now. I'm checking crops, making sure my mons are fed, and and then go in and play a little Farcade. This is my new routine.
The game. Fun. Anyone challenge you to words?
I have been ignoring all of my words games, because they stress me out. So I will get back to that. Oh no, and I haven't yoed. I have not yoed because my yoing is getting a bit much. I have a lot of people I've been yoing, and now it's like a lot. So I will get back to that sometime today, but I haven't gotten back to that.
I told you I got overwhelmed with yo.
Yeah.
So I ignored it, and now there's too many. I'm gonna do it.
Stressful. Yeah.
Oi.
The yowing. Oi.
Oi.
So you need to go back.
I'm gonna yo everybody. If you don't, I just tried to get it off. If you don't yo, if you don't get a yo from me today, reping, re-yo me,
re-yo me. I'm also behind on DMs. I'm behind on everything. But I'm especially behind on my yos. So I'm sorry.
The yos are coming. Dan said they're cooking, and I know we already talked about this. I need to talk about how he's got some exciting things coming.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Is he?
Is he coming on our show to talk about it?
Yeah.
Of course he is. I said I wanted Dan to come once a month, like just get him regularly on. And he's like, sure. And now I can't Now he's ignoring.
So. Now we need to like actually nail you down, Dan, like an actual date.
We'll get on his calendar. He's busy, but he'll come and chat. You want to talk about who some of our guests are and what we have later on in the stream today? And
so later today, Vibe Check at noon, and we'll have that's Dewoofi's interview with Grace, I believe is what is going to be. We're going to be showing today. So that'll be a watch party at noon, and I'll be in the chat, and Dewoofi will be in there as well. So pop by for that. Friday, we have something going on. What do we have Friday?
Mark Fishman stopping by to first
is it a
time
regular
on GM Farcaster.
Is it a regular time?
Regular time. He's East Coast. So
okay.
He'll pop in closer to 9, and I think we'll chat about First Draft Club and
so if you've been wondering what First Draft Club is, you're going to find out. So that'll be amazing. And I think that's it for this week. For the rest of this week, I think that's everything. And we'll be back on Friday morning. So again, we'll be back with Mark, chatting about First Draft Club. Dewoofi later today. Yeah. So I think that's it. Anything else?
What is Super Yo? I know I'm supposed to be here on the show, but I started yoing people, and now it says I can't because I don't have enough insufficient yo.
If you're super yoing, you need some yo, $ yo, I think, to Super Yo, and that sends them a tip.
What is a Super Yo? Is it
how do I $ yo?
But
that's when sending a currency to them, so it's on chain. It's not just the yo; it's a whole, like, you're actually getting a tip, and it goes right to your wallet. Which, think about that mechanic. That's pretty cool. Because I've gotten a couple, and I didn't even realize it till I just happened to be looking at my Etherscan, and I'm like, oh crap, look at that. So yeah. So you can get some currency. You got your yo. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
she's yowing.
I told you
she's yowing right now.
I'm no longer actually present in the live stream.
So okay. So anyway,
on Monday I launched a token. On Monday I launched a clanker. Oh, now Nishprof, you got one. On Monday I launched a clanker, and
now she's yowing. So with that, we're gonna wrap it here. And thank you all. We will see you on Friday. So until then, bye-bye.